What's up, YouTube land world? Today I have to refill my medicine containers. Let me grab them for you. Okay, so as some of you know, I take about 30 pills a day. It's lovely. And I use 2 medicine holders. And it's refill day. So I was, just going through my huge bag of pills and my box of pills. And I decided that I wanted to tell you about one of the medicines I'm on. In this little container is a drug called Prednisone, and I like to call it Drednisone because it basically keeps you alive while destroying you at the same time. I was first prescribed Prednisone about a year ago when I was first diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. And I am still on it. I was able to wean off twice, but I was only off of it for a few weeks before all my symptoms came back. So as a lot of you know, I'm on way more medicine than just Prednisone. But I am still on Prednisone, and I thought I would make a video telling you about it because I feel like I get a lot of side effects from my other medications. But I get the most side effects from the Prednisone, and it sucks, but it works, which is why it also sucks. It's a love-hate relationship. It's literally 50-50. I'm really not sure, actually. So I thought it'd be beneficial to, get the facts and to read some of you what the side effects of Prednisone can be. Prednisone is basically an anti-inflammatory drug. So for me, my colon is inflamed because my body hates it. It's cortisone, that's what Prednisone is. And it's used for all sorts of reasons, not just IBD. You're not supposed to be on Prednisone for a long amount of time, like me, but it's great for people when they're first needing medicine or they need something right away because it works. Prednisone is one of those medicines you have to wean off slowly because you do have withdrawals, and even weaning off 5 milligrams or 2.5 milligrams when you had to start at 40 or even 60, it's tough because it's a long process, and while you're in that process you're having withdrawals. It's a serious drug. Before I go into too much detail, I just wanted to read you what the side effects from WebMD say that Prednisone are. You should go look them up yourself. More common to infection can have chronic trouble sleeping, increased hunger, nervous, bleeding of the stomach or intestines, diabetes, Cushing's syndrome, muscular problems, cataracts, high blood pressure, stoppage of the heart, slow heartbeat, abnormal heart rhythm, chronic heart failure, a ton of things I can't even pronounce, fluid in the lungs, ulcer from stomach acid, ulcers of esophagus, acute inflammation of the pancreas, inflammation of skin caused by allergy, skin stretch marks, hives, rupture of a tendon, muscle weakness, nerve pain, hallucination, fast heartbeat, trouble breathing, enlarged liver, abnormal liver function tests, broken bone, impaired wound healing, life-threatening allergic reaction, mood changes, paranoia, mental disturbance, false sense of being, extreme sense of well-being, dizzy, sensation of spinning or whirling, feeling faint, rash, excessive sweating, visible water retention, temporary redness of face or neck, scaling of skin, weight gain, head pain, hiccups, nauseousness, like you're gonna throw up, swelling of the abdomen, being confused, overexcitement, and disorder involving personality changes. That's not even all of them because I can't even pronounce half of the stuff that's in here. There's a lot of those things that I've experienced. Where to start? Trouble sleeping, which is great when you're in college, just great. Increased hunger, okay. One of the reasons, besides water retention, that you gain so much weight on Prednisone is because you're hungry all the time. I will literally eat a full meal, and then 5 minutes later, I feel like I haven't eaten in months, and I will eat a full another meal. And then it just keeps repeating. There's nights where I can't even go to sleep because I'm so hungry. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll have to eat right now. In the middle of class, I can't get through class without eating. You just eat all the time and then you get very large. Also, you get moon face. Your face gets all puffy. So anyway, now Prednisone fries your brain. It can make you confused, like, where am I? Or you'll study for an exam and then you feel like you know everything until you sit down and you start taking your exam. Guess what? You forgot everything because you're taking prednisone. Being on prednisone for about a year, my brain is like completely fried, and you get cotton brain, so like anything that you try to put in your brain does not stick, and you're very absent-minded and just all over the place. Don't even know what's going on. It's great. Being in college and being on these medicines, especially prednisone, sucks. For the work it takes for someone normal to do about like 2 hours of homework takes me like 6 or 8, because I sit there and I stare at the wall. And then when I do my homework, I can't retain any of the information. During tests, I'm always the last person done. Why? Because I can't focus and I don't remember anything after I studied all week before this exam. Also, prednisone makes me shake. I don't know if you can see this, but like my hands, like I can't like not keep them still. They're always moving. It's really annoying because when you meet up with somebody and you're just like, oh yeah, here, and you're handing them like a paper or something, and they're like, why are you shaking? And I'm like, well, and then it sucks too because I play music and I have performances I need to do, and it's really hard to play guitar when your hands are shaking. It's hard to play piano too, but when I used to play woodwind instruments, it was nice because it was just added vibrato, but it doesn't work that way. Even if I'm not nervous, I'm still shaking, and people are like, oh, you're so nervous. I'm like, I'm just on prednisone. Needless to say, I am frustrated. I get treated like everybody else. No one takes me seriously when I say that I cannot focus when I am on prednisone. I am like done. My brain is fried. It seriously has reached its capacity and I'm done. I'm over it. It's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I go on a tangent. Next side effect. Go. Mood swings. I know you were all waiting for this one. Prednisone is weird. I'm not gonna lie and say that I have not dealt with depression before, because I do, regardless of being on what meds I am, just because of the way my body is. But prednisone heightens it. You're feeling good, but when you are low, you are lower than low than low. And in my case, before I was even diagnosed with this, I decided not to take medicine for my depression because I don't want to be relying on something like that to always make me happy. And I do understand that you can't always be happy at the same time, but prednisone makes it really difficult to go the route of non-medication because to go the route of not taking medication for it, because prednisone heightens your mood swings and it makes you feel horrible. It makes you feel lazy. It makes you feel like you don't want to do anything. It just makes you want to sleep and be in bed all day, and even the stuff that you used to enjoy, you just don't enjoy doing it anymore, and it sucks. And I hate it. And then some days you're fine and you never know, and it's so frustrating because your moods are just like this. And when you are withdrawing from prednisone, let me tell you, it's the worst feeling ever. And I've dealt with lots of things before regarding depression, and if you are dealing with stuff like that too, feel free to message me. I'd love to talk to you because I feel like it helps a lot to talk to somebody who's been going through that same thing too. And don't underestimate what I've been through because you have no idea. But honestly, prednisone just makes it even worse. It's really tough having that emotional aspect and not being able to do anything about it. When you are decreasing your prednisone dosage, how your body reacts to being deprived of something that is basically is addicted to. So the side effects happen when you're on prednisone, and even a few weeks after you're off of prednisone. It's an unexplainable feeling, and honestly, I would never wish for someone to feel that low. Luckily, I do have a lot of people supporting me here and that are always here for me, so it's really nice. It's also good to know that when you are feeling lower than low, to know that it is the medicine, that it will get better. Because I've been lower than low, and let me tell you, I've always had a day where I've told myself, you know what? Today is way better, and I'm so glad that I'm here to experience this. The side effects of prednisone is you get short of breath really fast. Now, I already have asthma, and I keep my inhaler with me, and I'm on other medication for asthma. So that's just great. I don't like to do lots of physical activity now because I get way exhausted more than a lot of people. I'm also more prone to sunburn, sun damage. Mixed with prednisone is the side effect of getting bruises. I have this lovely bruise on my arm. I have a bunch on my leg. I don't know how that happened, but you can get bruises very easy from prednisone and from my other medications too. Now, there's a lot of side effects that I have that I'm not mentioning because they're not related to prednisone. But if you are curious about the side effects that I get from many of my other medicines, let me know. I will have a description of the medicines I'm currently on in the description box. And if you have questions about any of them, just let me know. I can write you a response back, or I can just make another video. Another thing I wanted to mention on for prednisone is shin splints. I don't know if they're actually shin splints, but they feel like shin splints, and your legs get really heavy. Your legs feel really heavy after walking a certain distance, and your ankles, mine go numb. So I have to like pick up my foot and try to keep it so that I'm not, if this is my foot, I have to keep it so that I'm not going to be walking like this, because my foot, your feet only go like this, if you can even see my little diagram here. So that sucks, because when you're walking to class, you're like in pain, and then when you finally sit down, it's like your legs are like contracting, like throbbing almost, until they feel better, and when you walk, you're like dying again. So it's really tough because your muscles get really weak and really sore, and there's not really much you can do about it, because if you exercise them, they're just gonna hurt, and like it literally becomes painful to walk, where I have to stop and I have to sit down. It's just grand. It's great. There's probably a bunch of other side effects that I either read or have forgotten, but that's just a little inside scoop of some things that prednisone does for me, and it's fabulous. It really helps with my symptoms, but again, it's a horrible medicine because all of the side effects are not pleasant. It makes it really hard for you to be able to do things. It's hard to explain to people why you don't want to go hike that mountain. So stop asking me. They don't understand how bad my side effects are. They don't understand that I'm going through all this, and it's so frustrating. But anyway, I'm just gonna wrap up the video. Ba-bam! I hope you're all doing great, and I will talk to you in the next video, and yeah. Bye.